Can you imagine if I died all the way out here, this far away from base? Can you imagine how awful that would be? Well, hello, one and all. Welcome. Episode number 20 of Poetica here. And I think we're going to try and explore some on land a little bit. I want to head back up to this bit here, where we found the chert last time. But I'm going to do it on land. Because this island we were exploring, you know, we're part two of a double bill of exploration here. And this part that we were exploring, honestly, this island's just too large, and I think we'll just walk back on land to the bit where we saw the chert in a bid to kind of gradually sort of start to rotate back home on this magical journey that we're on here. But the agenda for today's episode is probably spend, you know, about half of it as we did last time exploring. These are probably the kind of cats we can domesticate, right? That one definitely wants to run away from us. Anyway, what was I saying? Second half of the episode then, we'll be back home and we'll be preparing ourselves for a couple of quite large live streams, or maybe one really large one, in transition to our new base location. We're at episode 20 now. We left the Bismuth Bayou at the end of episode 10. Okay, and we're going to be leaving, what's this new base called? It's called the Coolness, isn't it? Yeah, the Coolness. But that's our jungle base that we've been doing the Iron Age stuff in. And we're going to be leaving the Coolness behind at the end of this episode. Some jute seeds. So now that we've got some height here, it's probably quite a nice way to travel. So we're just going to try and cover some ground. Obviously, I'll check back in if we see anything really interesting. Otherwise, I'll just try and cover as much ground as I can off camera, I think. And yeah, I guess we're always keeping our eye out for interesting spots we might want to live in one day. Just because this is so cool and atmospheric, this like rainy night. We've climbed up to the top of a tree. Can't really see where I am, but I'm on the top of a tree on the top of one of these rocky sort of shelves. And we kind of want to go in that direction, back towards where the chert was, I think. So, try and shoot for over there maybe. Oh. Fall through the leaves first, lose a bit of height. But yeah, this is just pure atmosphere. Look at it, amazing. Do you remember that grappling hook we had in Reloaded for a while? That was pretty sweet. I mean, this is really dumb actually, because like I said before, when we land, God, the rain is so heavy, like we just can't see anything. We're like, if there's a predator and it's nighttime, we're an absolute sitting duck. Okay, wish me luck. We're going down. Okay, we've hit the ground. This is insane. I think we should try and be a little bit smarter about this. I might just dig in here, you know. Okay, the other kind of mad thing is that I'm actually running a little bit out of drinking water. Anyway, there we go. A rather rough and ready makeshift shelter for the night. Actually, morning's coming now anyway. It's getting a little bit lighter out there. We should actually be very close now. If we head just directly north, pretty much, like in that sort of direction. There's a bit of a clearing this way. But oh man, it's just the foliage is so dense, it's just very dangerous. I just heard a predator. God, it just looks so good, doesn't it? I genuinely feel like I'm out alone in the forest. I want to get up there, then I'll be safe again. Also, water. Water is safety, but also water is literal water, which we need too. Yeah, that's the bit that we ended the montage on last time. So yeah, let's maybe go this way a little bit. Like I say, ideally we find a beach, find all the chert sand in the world, and that will That'll make us all our glass. Wow, this is amazing. Look at, oh my god, look at the size of this tree. I guess it's one of the, yeah, wow. Man, exploring in this pack is just something else, isn't it? It's just genuinely something else. I think we can climb quite high up this tree, probably. Alright, well, not the most fruitful exploration just then. I'm just going to come back to my little island here. So, right. We went quite far down this kind of river that came off here. And it went all the way along, all the way along, all the way along, all the way along, all the way along. And it just dead-ended. And it changed to dolomite as well. It might just be that the church is here. It might just be that it goes north. Maybe we should try and head more in that direction. Maybe I should just cut my losses, accept that we might not make glass at this base, make it at the next base, and just go home, you know? That said, this does look like it's opening up for us. I would want it to be daytime so bad, because it's so hard to tell what I'm doing. Oh dear. Oh dear, I need to get out of this water. Oh, can you believe I was recording for that? Oh, it's that thing there. Can you imagine if I died all the way out here, this far away from base? Can you imagine how awful that would be? That would literally be the episode would just be over. I would just rage quit. The episode would be like 10 minutes long, or however long in we are. And it would just be over, and I'd just upload it and be like, yeah, so we died, so we're going to just get all my stuff back on the live stream one day. I'm not doing it now. Here's the episode. It's 10 minutes of me dying. The end. I can hear it. Well, those things are brutal. I think when they attack, it might be nice if there was some kind of DPS limit. Because that reminds me of that time I died to those bees. Do you remember? Is it right there? Oh my god. I guess you shouldn't hit him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, so guess what? We got our stuff back. Everything, order has returned to the universe. Everything is good. And just doing another one of these. In between this and the last clip you saw, about 2 weeks passed where I just had to kind of process the death. And then we did a live stream to go and get our stuff back and then ultimately work through all of this iron. Look at that. That is everything we need for our 2 blast furnaces there. Absolutely beautiful. And look at how much charcoal we have nowadays. Amazing. And we used a fair bit of it working all that. We've got through about 3 or 4 iron hammers as well. Hammering all that stuff. This anvil has been put through its paces, let me tell you. But yeah, the essential ingredient of the flux that we gathered. Yeah, so we made it back. So I mean, do check out that live stream if you didn't, and you can see all that metal working, and you can see the glorious rescuing of all of our stuff, all of our lovely backpacks, and everything like that. So anyway, it's been a long time coming. This episode 20, so thanks for being patient and waiting for the episode. Obviously when I started recording it, I didn't realise we were going to need to take such a big break halfway through the production of this episode. Anyway, we're kind of in a pretty good spot now after that live stream, having done all the metalworking that we really wanted to do, and we're ready really to move on to a... I'm going to get rid of these torches. Ready to move on to our sort of steel age base location. Yeah, and that'll be another live stream that we'll do soon, I suppose, in the next few days. So there are a couple of things that we want to do now before the end of this episode and before the live stream in which we leave and go exploring, looking for somewhere else to live. Just a few last bits and bobs to do. I think actually packing our bags we'll leave for the live stream itself. Be good to discuss, I think, as a group, what we bring with us and what we leave behind. But we've got all these vessels and stuff, and yeah, and you know, with all these backpacks, there's no doubt we can bring everything of any value with us. But there's a lot of stuff when you think about it now. You know, we want to take all these things with us, so space is going to be at a premium when we're packing our bags. But yeah, this base has been great. I've really enjoyed it. Oh, and actually, look, you know what there is to do? Something that we should do is pick those crops there. I'm just going to sleep, just so that at least it's light and easier to see what I'm doing. Yeah, they were ready. I thought they looked ready. We're not going to replant anything now, though. I think... yeah, we can just put an end to this farm. Anything that hasn't grown now, we'll just pull up. Yeah, we'll make sure that the next spot that we settle in is maybe a little bit more friendly to our crops, so that we can do a bit more farming than these kind of select few things that actually worked. The chili peppers did work though, so that's kind of cool. And we got 12 of them. That's nice. Opium poppy bulbs. We got... okay. Wait, hold on. That's food. That's fruit. Ooh, fruit. Alright, anyway, well that rounds off the farms, which is cool. Yeah, we could pack some bees and things with us. Can maybe try some opium poppy bulbs. Okay, they make us sick, but it did give us fruit. So they make us sick, but they're still kind of worth eating. And they last a long time. 43 days is a long time. Anyway. So one of the things, one of the kind of last little things we'll do for today's episode then, to just round it all off in a nice, neat bow, is we are going to make all of the fire bricks that we need. Yeah, so we can do this crafting right now. It's a big one. There we go. They don't stack the other stuff in one time. A blast furnace. A blast furnace. Woo! Okay, so the next thing... no, the last thing that we need are fire bricks. So we've got lots of mortar, that's fine, but we are going to need 5 individual bricks for each 2 blocks, and we need 4 times 5, right? So it's like 20 blocks for each blast furnace. Yeah, that's right. So we need 40 of them in total. So we need to run this recipe 20 times. So we need 100 fire bricks. As I say every single time. Very, very likely that I've messed up the maths there. But let's shoot for 100 fire bricks, and I think we'll be correct. And yeah, there's plenty of mortar, so we don't need to worry about that. So we have 20 already. We don't have much fire clay made up, so we need to probably make... Let's start with a stack of 64 and see how far we get. Yeah, is it alumina and kaolinite, I think, are the things that you need, right? So we'll take both of those. And then we'll just grab... Well, let's just do a fair bit. Let's do 4 stacks like that of the kaolinite. Okay, how much did we get? Yeah, cool. We just ever so slightly overshot it on both fronts in terms of having just like a little bit more than the 64 that we need. So, I'm sure I'll get these in the wrong place as usual. But oh, it's so satisfying doing these big, expensive crafts like that. Oh, I got it in the right place first time. And there is a full stack of fire clay. That's awesome. So, should be enough, but let's work through it and find out. So we need to get 80 more. So we'll see. I guess we'll find out. Basically, no. Nowhere near enough. I think we need to do at least that amount again. We ended up, yeah, getting just under half of what we need. We had 4 spare before. Yeah, so we need to do a little bit more than a full stack again. So let's do a stack and 4. But then let's also take these extra bits. Alright, we're coming to the end of this process now. Just a few more still going. There we go, you can actually turn this forge off. Yeah, that one's all good. Yoink. A few more to cool here. This is the part where we find out the maths I did earlier was wrong, and we've like made sort of 30 too many or something. We just didn't need to do it at all. There we go. Right, good stuff. So we'll cool these. Last few. I didn't realise just how essential being next to water was going to be. I could have easily settled in this climate, inland somewhere, and set up my forge. I mean, even if it was just like down the road, it would be super inconvenient. The fact that it's like the water is right next to the forge, absolutely essential in this climate. Okay, so we overshot it by 1 brick, it looks like. That's fine. So now we just grab as much mortar as we can and get to it. Oh, you know what I think it is? I think it's the other way around, and I always get this wrong, but I think the mortar is the 4 and the bricks are the 5. There we go. And what did I say it was? That each one needs 20, so we should end up with 40. Yeah, it looks like we are going to end up with exactly 40. There we go, 40. Perfect. 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 But yeah, basically, okay, basically that's it. That is everything we need for the double blast furnace made. So, yeah, the coolness, which is, if you recall, what we called this base. The coolness is officially served its purpose. We are now out of the Iron Age and into steel. We obviously haven't actually made any steel yet, but it's there for the taking, and we have all of that rich pyrite to plow into our first batch. Should be enough for an anvil or 2. Yeah, I think that is all that we have in terms of being able to get some steel going. We've got like, we could process these into ingots, you know. That would save space. Anyway, all of that stuff we will do in the next live stream. And the live stream will involve packing our bags, sorting through everything here, and leaving and finding a new climate. Somewhere cold, maybe. But maybe not too cold, because I do want to do some farming. But maybe we'll go somewhere really cold, and then we'll find somewhere like really kind of middle of the road to call like a more permanent home. But we'll do the next 10 episodes somewhere super cold. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching and being patient with me after the funny events of today's episode. And yeah, I'll see you all for another episode very soon. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. So.